Some say love, it is a frail word that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that cuts the heart to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger and a never ceasing need. But I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. I'm sorry.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, and you?
Yeah, I can now.
We have John for the reading, please.
Those who know me, don't worry, I'm not going to sing it. The art of marriage. A good marriage must be creative. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once each day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is finding room for the things of the spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner.
You, Adam Vincent Peter Bowles, and Emma Jane Hackett, know that by your simultaneous consent, which is given publicly and formally in my presence and in the presence of the persons now here, accept each other as your lawful spouse, and with the confirmation of this fact by your signature, you contract a lawful marriage for all the purposes of civil law. You should further know that your marriage cannot be dissolved during your lifetime except by a valid judgment of a court. If either of you, before the death of the other, contracts a marriage while this one remains undissolved, you will thereby be guilty of bigamy and be liable to the consequences provided by the law. So, Adam, you have to repeat after me now. I call upon all persons here present
I call upon all persons here present
to witness that I, Adam Vincent Peter Bowles,
to witness that I, Adam Vincent Peter Bowles,
accept you, Emma Jane Hackett,
accept you, Emma Jane Hackett,
as my lawful spouse,
as my lawful spouse,
to love and to share with you,
to love and to share with
as from this day,
you, as from this day,
moments of joy and sorrow,
moments of joy and sorrow,
wealth and poverty,
wealth and poverty,
happiness and unhappiness,
happiness and unhappiness,
throughout our life,
throughout our life,
until death do separate us.
until death do separate us.
Thank you. And you, Emma, please repeat after me. I call upon all persons here present
I call upon all persons here present
to witness that I, Emma Jane Hackett,
to witness that I, Emma Jane Hackett,
accept you, Adam Vincent Peter Bowles,
accept you, Adam Vincent Peter Bowles,
as my lawful spouse,
as my lawful spouse,
to love and to share with you,
to love and to share with you,
as from this day,
as from this day,
moments of joy and sorrow,
moment of joy and sorrow,
wealth and poverty,
wealth and poverty,
happiness and unhappiness,
happiness and unhappiness,
throughout our life,
throughout our life,
until death do separate us.
until death do separate us.
Thank you. As from this moment I pronounce you man and wife, you are joined together by your...
Excellent.
You are joined together by your free consent in matrimony, and you owe each other love, fidelity, and respect throughout your life. This marriage constitutes the fulfillment of your life and links your destinies in good and rainy days, in happiness and unhappiness, in wealth and poverty, until death do separate you. On the basis of equality, you should face together all the problems and all the difficulties of life. Together, you should shoulder the burdens of marriage, each one according to your capabilities. You have both the right and obligation to take care of the upbringing and education of your children so that they may become useful, good citizens, and free personalities. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can we have some?
He never leaves the seat up or wet towels on the floor. The toothpaste has the lid on, but he rarely shuts the door. No, she's very clean and tidy. Though she may sometimes delude, leave your stuff out at your peril, because in a second it'll move. He's a very active person. Each new project, often a whim. You see, he really likes his lazy days where she's comfortable in the gym. She says she loves his kindness and his patience is a must. And of course she thinks he's handsome, which in her eyes is a plus. Now they're both not wholly perfect, but who are we to judge? You see, he can easily be swayed, whereas her opinion, none can budge. All that said and done, they love their life together. And I hope, as sure as I'm sure you do, that this fine day will last forever. He'll be more than just her husband, he'll be her best friend, and she'll be more than just his wife. She'll be his soulmate till the end.
Adam, please place the ring to your finger. And you, Emma, place the ring to his finger, please. So, Adam, please sign first.
Yes, Bobby Balls!
Yes. Emma? Here?
Ah, right, fine.
Christine?
It's all downhill.
Be safe. Just rest.
I know! He didn't set you on fire!
That's right, I booted the same one before you got here.
He's one of any of us.
His idea was everything.
So, Adam,
Kiss, guys. Kiss, 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 kiss. Right, it's safe to reverse.
You show me just how much you care. You've given me the
That's right, thank you.
Don't throw anything yet.
Don't throw it, don't throw it.
No, I don't, but Sam, don't throw the drink. Put it down, Sam.
Hello.
Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Woo!
Hello, darling. How are you? Thank you.
Cheers, everybody! Cheers, cheers!
Cheers, everyone.
You're allowed to talk to us.
No. We're waiting to throw. We're going to do confetti outside.
You've got to jump up. We thought they were first.
What about the confetti? Everybody outside for the confetti. Yes, fine. You're going to get covered in confetti.
Here's what I prepared earlier.
I want you guys surrounding them. So if you want to go down the stairs and behind, and you want to do like a horseshoe around them. Yeah, kind of half. You guys face this way. You guys are all behind. Everybody behind. Around.
Everyone behind us.
There's an ant trying to
Hey, that's my wife, that is. Oh, word. Just separate.
When I've got the thing of me built
Okay, if you want to get on the stairs as well. Guys, otherwise
Everyone get close, snuggle in, please.
and make sure you just throw the confetti, not glasses or bottles or any liquids.
Handbags.
Handbags, stones. You guys ready? Second guys need to be right in. Okay, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1.
Right, okay.
You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Kiss, guys. Kiss, 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 kiss. Yay!
Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Bowles.
Ladies and gents, everybody here okay down there? Yeah. We're gathered here today for what I hope will be the greatest day of Adam and Emma's life. Before we all start eating, we have one or two little formalities to go through, namely the speeches. And I'm going to hand over, first of all, to Emma's dad, Joey. So can we have a round of applause, please?
Thank you all. Can you hear me at the back?
Yes, we can, unfortunately.
No pressure, Joe.
That was a sun bus ride.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not used to speaking in public. In fact, the last time I spoke in public, I only had to say, not guilty of mine.
As you do, Joey.
I hope you're all enjoying sunny Cyprus. It's been a great day today. We would like to welcome you all here today to celebrate the wedding of Emma and Adam. Weddings are a great excuse for a party, and tonight is not going to be any different. As father of the bride, I have the pleasure of making the first speech. But in fact, I'm only the warm-up act for Christian. Christian can't wait to get up, I know that. He's been talking about it all day. Well, first, ladies and gentlemen, it comes to that time of the evening when Emma's thinking, oh my God, what's my dad going to say? Well, when Emma was a little girl, I think she was about 8 or 9, she had a fascination for public toilets. No matter where we went on holiday, she used to always go searching for public toilets. I don't know why. I don't know why, but she always did. But 9 times out of 10, she ended up getting locked in them. So, Morgan's here, had to go kick down every toilet door. I think I've kicked down every one in Spain and France and Greece. And then, as she got older, around about 18, she finally managed to unlock toilet doors, because she's a clever girl. The next thing she had to conquer was driving lessons. Now, this first lesson she used to say to us, hey Dad, I'm going to be the best driver ever. And this day, the car picked her up, she managed to go to the top of the street, stopped at the lights by the pub. There's a big pub by our house, and everyone was outside drinking. It was a summer's day. But she managed to stall the car about 5 or 6 times. So all the drinkers were all cheering and whooping at her. There was a big line of traffic behind her. Everyone was beeping the horn. So she got out the car, slammed the door behind her, and stormed home. And then when she got home, she said, that bloody instructor, he's crap. And then the next thing was the demon drink. She's turned to drink after that.
No, never me.
There was one night, 2 drunken girls turned up at my house. One was Emma, the other one was her best friend Louise. And they've been experimenting all night on Bailey's cocktails.
Oh God, no.
And then when we let them in, they proceeded to be sick in every room leading to the bathroom. The house stunk of Bailey's for days and days.
Good on Emma. Yes, my
You should
girl.
get in the bathroom, Joey, then.
Yeah. Now, when she was on the ships, she phoned me up one day and phoned up with him. And she said, hey Dad, I've met a guy and his name is Adam, and he's a red. Well, at first I thought he was a Russian or something. But it turns out she meant a Liverpool supporter. Now, we first met Adam on Lime Street. The 2 of them I got the train home. And when we first seen Adam, I thought, we're getting there, it's Harry Potter. But in them days, he had a sense of part and he had glasses. Yeah, he's a bit better now, actually. Anyway, Adam weaved his magic, and before long, the 2 of them fell in love. He's a great lad, Adam. Any father would be proud of him.
Oh.
And welcome to the family, son.
Oh. God.
He's a credit to his mum and to John. However, on the other hand, all joking apart, Emma, she's generous, intelligent, hard-working. She'll help anyone. She even wrote this speech. All joking apart, when Emma first took her down steps as a toddler, we were really proud of her. And from that day, she's gone on to dance all around the world, and she's a cracking dancer. Doesn't take after me. Then again, wait till you see my backwards dance. I'm famous for it.
How many more of them have you got, Joey?
I'm near the end now.
Oh, thank God.
In fact, I've got it all mixed up and I missed the first one off. So I might have to go back again.
You have to start again, okay?
Now, tonight's Adam proposed to Emma. It was a real party. It was a real family affair. Because he was keeping us all informed by text. Right, Adam? Remember that? I don't know if anyone knows that.
I knew
I
that.
don't know that then. Anyway, the first text went like this. To Lynn and Claire, I'm proposing tonight. And then another text off Adam. Leaving now for the restaurant. Then Lynn texts Claire, leaving now for the restaurant. Then Claire back to Lynn, I know. And then Adam again to Lynn and Claire, had meal, going to the harbour. Then Claire to Lynn, I wish he'd bloody hurry up, I want to go to bed. Then Adam to Lynn, then Claire. Emma said yes. So everyone was very happy that night. And because of that one little word, yes, we're all here tonight.
Oh, brilliant.
So before we taste the bride and groom, I would just like to give Adam some advice. Adam, can you hold Emma's hand, please? Now, Adam, can you put your hand on top? Now that's the last time we have the upper hand. Now, I've only got one piece of advice. Our door is always open for you. Any advice you need, come to us. If you ever need any money, go to Claire. Ladies and gentlemen, can you raise your glasses, please? You can stand, be upstanding if you like. To the bride and groom.
Yes, cheers everybody. Cheers. Well done, Dad.
Brilliant. Can we have a round of applause for Joey there, please, everybody? You can all sit down again now, that's okay. That's brilliant. Joey, that was absolutely brilliant.
It was brilliant.
It sounds as if the bus driver went to the same driving school as Emma.
Emma, you don't drive, do you? Not yet. I thought you didn't drive.
And Joey, if you don't mind, I am going to steal that one about the upper hand. Absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to hand over now to the best man, Christian Bowles, who is, of course, Adam's brother.
There's your speech.
Hola.
Spent quite a while doing this.
Oh, jeez. I want to go back on the bus. I want to go back on Don't tell me you lost the other bloody one.
No, that is
Oh, there you go. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Christian, Adam's older brother. I'm always known in the family as the quiet one. There's a good reason for that.
Because you're quiet.
Because Adam's so noisy. He sings, he acts, he's in the music business. He talks to everyone. So now Adam, just for a couple of minutes.
Shut up.
My turn.
Oh, hey. Whoa. Keep it shut, Adam.
When we were growing up, it was me who was a bit of a hellraiser. Missing school, and sneaking out at night, nearly blowing up the neighbourhood. All normal teenager stuff like that.
Yeah.
While Adam sailed along, pretty good in school, good at sports, rugby and athletics in particular.
Rugby?
Drummer in youth orchestra, all the goody two-shoes crap. Then, when Adam was 13 years old, he made his big mistake.
Oh, Adam. Adam.
He formed a band with our cousin Martin and the other two school friends,
Oh, Adam.
and they called themselves Misdemeanor.
Yeah, we did.
And the music was as bad as the name. And to prove it to you, unknown to Adam, and much to his embarrassment, we got to recording. And now we're going to let you hear it.
Okay, Sam.
That's right, you bloody
Spiros said you booked.
My son is a bass player.
Right up to your mouth.
I'm delighted that Adam's choice of wife is so much better than his choice of band. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and raise your glasses.
Sorry, honey.
Are we supposed to stand? Yeah.
To Adam and Emma.
That was lovely, Chris.
Thank you very, very much indeed, Chris. Thanks a lot. Sorry to subject you all to that music, folks. Spiros, did you say Sam Spiros has booked that band?
Yes. But not the singer.
Excellent.
Not the singer.
Not the drummer. Singer's okay, not the drummer. Not the drummer. Not the drummer. Anyway, folks, I'll hand over now to one of the main protagonists, there's a great word, of the day. Emma it's not your turn to say anything, Emma, today. Yeah, that's fine, because Adam's got the upper hand today, so it's over to Adam.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I do actually feel like it should be paid back time, and I'll. Yeah, no. Before I go any further, ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful bride, how gorgeous is she? I love you so much. Last time I made a speech like this was at my graduation, and those of you who were there, sorry I wasn't invited, apparently he's cut up about that, but I cried halfway through the minute I looked at my mother, so I'm trying to avoid looking at her, because I will. But I'm going to hold it together. Thank you very much for everyone who came to the ceremony. I do apologise if you couldn't hear me. I was very quiet. I was crying. It was very, very good. But ladies and gentlemen, Emma advised me to write things down that I wanted to say. Those of you who've ever been there when I've made a speech before, I normally wing it. And I thought, no, it's quite important, this one, and I probably forget things. And for once, I was right. For once, because I never normally write. I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to apologise.
What have you done?
Oh, you were away last night. Thank you for everything. And it doesn't necessarily need to go anywhere else, it's just literally, thank you for everything. I mean it.
Get a grip.
And I'm sorry, because over the last 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 months, I've realised how much I rely on you. People say that, you know, a certain person is their rock, and it's not even the man who's the rock, but Emma's my rock, and she's brilliant. And I love her. Anyway. So, man up, apparently. The first time we met, I wasn't the first one. They've remembered this one. That's late as well. The first time Emma and I talking, he said hello. They've been trying to get the long lenses. They finally got it. Emma and I, when we first met, someone else in my family had already met Emma before me. it was my mother and my auntie. All my family had actually already met Emma before me, because my mother and her two sisters sang all the times on the ships. That's where I get it from. And for those of you who don't know, my mum spent the whole time she was on the ship trying to find girls that would date me. My mother pimped me out. And she was, Carol, she was trying to marry me off. And later I found out that all the girls talked to each other after and said, Claire's lovely, but can you imagine what kind of a geek she is? A week before I was due on the ship, I finished my my degree on the Friday, went to my graduation ball that night, and the Saturday morning I set sail from Dundee for Copenhagen, where I met Emma. We should have met so many times before. She came into the bar that I worked in, and we should have met so many times, but we didn't. The week before I went on the ship, I was walking around Stanley Park with my mum and John, and Mammy was telling me about this girl who was the most gorgeous little thing. Who was a scouser.
I said she was smaller than me.
Which my mother was very happy about. She's never met anyone smaller than her. But there was this gorgeous little girl. She was a scouser. She was a dancer. She's brilliant, and that was it, really. You should really talk to her. She's lovely, but she's got a fella. She didn't really. Just my mum just got something wrong. And 8 years later, we're here. I'd like to say that in 6 days' time, it will be our 100th anniversary. And the sad thing is, I didn't have to sit there and work that out, because as Emma would say, I'm the romantic one. And every month for the last 99 months I've said, happy 87-month anniversary and all that. And it's crazy that 6 days before our 100th month, we're married. And it's been the best 100 months of my life. Thank you for that. Emma's the strong one, clearly I'm not. Today also marks something else that's very, very important. And you may be thinking, some of you who don't know, you may be thinking, why did they plan a Monday? We just like to be different. That's what we are, but it's not. It's actually, today is Emma's and my wedding day, and it's also Lynn and Joey's 35-year wedding anniversary. Very, very happy anniversary.
I didn't know that.
I was welcomed very, very quickly into the family by Lynn and Joey, literally within months, and I felt part of the family. And it's literally making something official that we've all felt for years and years. And thank you so much. You've supported us so much. We've literally crashed at their house for years and years, actually. Whenever we didn't have anywhere, we stayed at Lynn and Joey's, and thank you so much for all your support. The same goes for my mum and John. You've been absolute legends. Thank you so much, man. All the support you give us. Joey's going for a beat. If someone can go with that, that's brilliant. Seriously, thank you. The one thing I would like to say is that, Mam, Lynn, Joey, you have to, your blood. You're crazy, you chose this.
Always a masochist.
John, you've been more than a father to me, than anyone. And thank you so much. I'm very, very lucky. I have two father figures here that you couldn't get, and I'm very, very lucky. So thank you all for your support, both of you. That's the parents ticked off. Thank you for coming. Sorry, last couple of things. Thank you for coming. Most importantly, without you, it wouldn't be today. I realise that I'm actually running over and it's my wedding, and I'm so sorry. Thank you all for coming. I really, really mean that. Those of you in Cyprus, maybe you should have flown to the UK first. It would have been a little bit more special. But for those of you, especially the guys from the UK, thank you so much. We really, very, very much appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. It's very humbling. We sat down a few days ago and we realised that, wow, people are flying out purely for our wedding. It means a lot to us, so thank you. But most importantly to my wife, That was great, isn't it? My wife, my best friend. I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please raise your glasses. You don't have to stand up, don't worry about it. You did it far too many times. Ladies and gentlemen, best friends.
Best friends.
Cheers. Sound good some music, will you? Thank you.
I'm on it.
Enjoy. Bon appetit. It's gorgeous. Thank you.
Kiss. Yay! I mean, much hearing. Well, I'm happy. Thanks, Stu. Do you want to cut a little piece and kind of finish off? Yeah, zoom in a bit closer. Wedge. You said you wanted to eat cake.
Do you want to cut it in half?
No, just feed each other a little piece of white each. That's it. It's very nasty.
Is it nice? I'm starving.
Big kiss, guys. Big smush.
Go to bedroom.
Sorry about this. The cake will be stale by the time I get a photograph taken. Sorry. Hold on. That's fair.
Sorry.
It's alright. It's away. And that was just tremendous. Just dry mayonnaise. Alright, let's go and eat. Hold on.
Marvellous. It's alright, we haven't got neighbours for miles and miles and miles. There's a little song that my mum and I have always sung together, and if you don't mind, I'm going to sing at my own wedding, because 11 years ago, on April the 21st, I sang at my mum's wedding.
It was my second wedding.
The second
I was
wedding.
legitimate when I had him.
She was.
Wasn't over the brush, was it?
I know the reason for that, you know.
Catholic, mother of two. Thank you.
Well, and so as a result, we thought it'd be quite nice for my mum to sing at mine. Oh, crumpled bits of paper filled with imperfect thought. Still the conversation. I'm afraid that's all we've got. Says he just don't see it. Says it's perfect sense. You just can't get agreement in this present tense. We all talk a different language, talking in defense.
Sing it loud, sing it clean.
Oh, say clean.
You can listen as well as you hear. It's too late.
It's too late.
When we die.
Oh, when we die.
To admit we don't see eye to eye.
So we open up a quarrel between the present and the past. We only sacrifice the future. It's the bitterness that lasts. Don't yield to the fortunes you sometimes see as fate. You may have a new perspective on a different day. And if you don't give up, and if you don't give in, it may just be okay.
Sing it loud.
Say it loud. my father passed away, I didn't get to tell him all the things I had to say. I think I caught his spirit later that same year. I'm sure I heard his echo in my baby's newborn teeth. I just wish I could have told him in the living years.
Sing it loud.
Say it loud.
Say it clear.
Oh, say it clear.
'Cause you can listen as well as you hear.
Because this means it's the first dance of their married life together. And I think this is quite appropriate. I thought they deserved that, didn't you? This is the very, very special song that they've requested.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. I want to spend my life with you. And they say the same thing, since we've been together. Ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Love me.
Yeah, boy. The other side, brother.
No, she got the floor.
I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together, loving you weather, times are good and bad, happy or sad. Yeah. Well, the times are good, bad, happy, or sad. Why people break up? Oh, and turn around and make up. I just came to see